Long entrance.
How are you?
So good to see you.
You know, you can tell an old hoofer. She is a dancer in theater for years and years and years.
Oh yeah, my family.
Do you
went to
still
dancing
do your exercises at
I
the
dance,
bar?
but I've never done ballroom. Just for the record. But
you
yeah,
did
no, I
ballet.
dance all the time. Oh, ballet, jazz, everything.
Your
I did
family owned
Chicago.
Yeah, in
dancing
Chicago.
school in our backyard.
Oh, you're such the writer.
so
Can't
great.
believe you say what, 8 books?
8 books.
This
my
is the
8th
eighth
book.
And she actually writes them herself.
I do.
You
I
do?
write them
Which is
myself. My brother helps me, and we, like have such our own language
So
anyway.
what makes this
Helps
one
us.
unique? What's the
You know
thing
what?
about this
I've been
book?
teaching classes for 9 years on Marilu.com. I started a website when the first book came out, the second book actually, and we have a class every month, so I'm always having to come up with ideas for every class. And these were the perennials. These 10 chapters, or actually 11 because there's a bonus chapter, were the ones that everybody struggles with, these issues. So it's always good to revisit these.
What is
these
the
things.
single issue, Marilu?
I would tell you the biggest for women, because the response to this book has been unbelievable. For women, it's self-sabotage. Everybody wants to, they zero in on the self-sabotage chapter.
More than self-image.
Almost, well, it starts. You can't move in the game board of life if you're always stuck on
So what are you
self-sabotage.
doing? So you just...
Well, I list the 33 reasons, and I go through most of them. Why people self-sabotage.
Right.
Everything from boredom to frustration
Yeah.
to jealousy to fear of body armor, fear of sexuality.
Fear of intimacy.
Things like that. Fear of intimacy. All these different reasons. Frustration, lack of control. And then, so that's for women. That's that issue. Another chapter is all about stress. And men, all the radio jocks I've been talking to, it's about falling in love with your stress or it'll kill you.
Oh.
You know, if you're not waking up in the morning and saying, oh my gosh, I love my life, but instead you're waking up going, oh, I dread my day.
Yeah.
You've got to fall in love with your
And
stress.
we just found out that that's another ingredient in potentially getting Alzheimer's
Yes.
in life.
Oh
is,
my
is
gosh,
stress
Well,
related.
stress is, everything. And we all have stress. It's
How do
around
you
all the
overcome
time.
stuff like self-sabotage? I mean, it seems like you
Well,
it's
she
hard
has
to
a
convince
list of things
yourself.
like that too, Hoda.
Yeah,
do you
you
do?
have
Tell
you
us.
have to fall in love with something bigger than, you have to fall in love with something bigger than making yourself feel bad.
Okay.
So I break it down into all these different little steps, ask you all the hard questions, and, the different chapters of the book, they deal with those kinds of questions that you're not afraid to, because this is what it is. People wake up and they go, oh, I want to be this person that I know is inside of me, but it seems so far away from where they are that they do nothing. Or they say, oh, I'm going to start the program, 10 weeks from now, or
Right,
3
they
months,
don't
or as
do
soon
it.
as my kid goes to school, or whatever. And what they don't realize is they've been laying the foundation for years. It's all right there. They just have to break it up into small little bits. And then you address the little different pieces. So you do 1 or 2 of them a day, or, whatever.
Do we have way too high expectations about life in general because of what the media images that come to us every day?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
of
none
course.
of us.
We know.
I know I look a lot
We're
like Giselle
like
Bundchen,
neighborhood
but
girls.
nobody else out here does. You know what I'm saying? It's just
we
it's
know what we look like in
unrealistic.
the morning. We know the tricks.
You
We know
do.
that it's that it's all smoke and mirrors and everything. But it really is within ourselves to just say, okay, maybe I'm not going to look like Jennifer Lopez or Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie or whomever, but I can look like the best version of myself, whatever that is.
Where did this, I mean, you are so incredibly optimistic. It's oozing out of you.
total
but-
act.
But where does that come from? What is that about?
You know what? I had really great parents. They died very young. My dad died at 52 of a heart attack. My mom died at 58 of arthritis. I was 55 pounds heavier than I am right now, and I totally changed my life.
Yeah.
I just said, this is not going to happen to my brothers and sisters and me. So I learned a lot about food, about exercise, about stress, I went into therapy for many years, and the book is really the best of everything that I've learned, sort of in a nutshell. I also talk about my husband's detox and put his cancer in remission.
This is an
that's
unbelievable
interesting.
story,
Yeah,
which I wish we had 5 more minutes
I
for.
sure
but
do.
'Cause that's
just say
really-
in a nutshell, you were 2 months into a
2 months
relationship
into a
with him.
relationship with someone I knew in college. He was the love of my life. He was diagnosed with 2 cancers. I took him all over the country because I'm kind of the doctor concierge, and we found a program that worked for him, and it's everything that he did to put his cancer in remission now, 4.5 years.
So
That's in the book as
that's
well.
in the book as
That's in the
well.
book
So
as
great,
well.
Marilu.
And one more thing.
Go.
There's also a sex chapter, and everything about
course.
sex.
No
of course.
romance,
Of course.
probably.
No, and you know what? Sex can be, sometimes it's like a drive-through, and sometimes it's a gourmet meal. But there's different levels.
There's a concept.
It's true. Sometimes it's like, whatever you have time for, and sometimes it's dining.
Marilu will be back next week with her 9th book.
Yes.
In the meantime, we love you, darling. Come back
So good to see you.
often.
Congratulations.
Great
Thank you,
seeing you.
darling.
Nice seeing you.
What's up next?
We got a lot coming